Howdy folks, Papa Joe here. We gonna wait on people. Ain't no fun talking to myself. I do a regular video for that. What up, Bobby? What up, Brandon? Yeah, Bobby, you was first. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. That's what makes you officially first. Oh, Robbie T, what's up? Well, notifications must have went out tonight. Jim Dunn. Never seen you call back. There you go. No work, Brandy. Actually, that's Brandle. Brandley. Hell, I don't know. You're somebody. I'll call you official. And Jim Dunn, you should have answered your phone when I called you. I was struggling to stay awake. And I figured your hyper butt would keep me awake. I called and bugged other people. What'd you say, Bradley? Okay, I can forget that. I'm good about that. Cal, what's up? There we go. Tomorrow is the last day for week 2. Well, good deal. Are you getting in some good driving time? You backing up? Oh, I was up there in Oklahoma, made a delivery and a pickup, and back down here in Texas. And for a minute, Bobby, I thought that said, "Hey, cutie." I was going to tell you, you wired backwards. But I see you hollering at Kale. I don't know which is more disappointing, you calling me cutie or you not. Orientation Tuesday. So now you already got your CDLs and all that stuff. You got to go out with a student. Well, cool. Oh, I'm down here in Nacogdoches. Having trouble reading that tonight. And thank you, Bobby. Long as we got our priorities right. Remember, my wife's happily married. And there's a reason she is. Ah, cool. Now, who you going with? I know we talked on the phone, but my sometimers. Now, you better ask her, Bobby. Don't just assume. Mine tells me all the time how lucky she is. Well, maybe that's me telling her how lucky she is. But one of us knows she's lucky and happy. I had to turn around before I did this video. Sit back there and ate my dinner. That truck over there, his exhaust had a real whine to it. Almost a whistle. I wanted to crack my windows. I just turned around where y'all ain't got to hear it. Now you do have to hear them trucks pulling in, but welcome to truck 10 people and 3 likes, really? Dadgum, people. I'm going to sit here and be quiet until that picks up better than that. Wow. Thank you and thank you. Still 5 of them that ain't hitting it. Somebody got mad and left. Good. I tried calling him earlier. Well, no, I sent him a text, a message. He hasn't responded. I assume he's sleeping. That boy's burning the candle from both ends. That ain't good. Been there and done that. That'll wear you out, make you an old man. See, they're dropping out. They didn't want to hit the like button. They're dropping out. I'm fine with that. I'll be honest with you. If you don't want to participate and hit the like button, I really don't care if you come in and watch or not. Just being honest and all. Okay, I know you hit the like button too. There's several of you I know hit the like button automatically. Okay, once in a while you forget. That's cool. That's human. But I have a lot of them that come in and hang out in the background and just want to watch and listen and not say nothing, not hit the like button. And that's kind of aggravating to me. I ain't gonna lie. We started this, and yes, it was a group effort, so people could chat, converse back and forth like y'all do, not just sit in the background and watch. Yeah, he might be hanging out. JJ, what's up? Thank you. Big Daddy, what's going on? Let's see how witty JJ's gonna be tonight. He wasn't doing too good last night. He was trying. Then ate my dinner, took my evening meds. I got about a 2-hour window to make my delivery, more or less. So I'm not under the hammer like I have been the last 2 days. Nathan, what's up? Actually, I had, over the weekend, y'all remember we cooked up them Great Northern beans and neck bone and cornbread, and I brought some of that out. That's what I had tonight. A hillbilly good course meal. I guess a 2-course meal, huh? Beans and cornbread. Grandma made me cut the taters out. I'm lucky she let me have the cornbread. But see, truth be known, she likes that cornbread too, and she couldn't resist. She got a little piece and put the butter to it. She likes her buttered stuff, and on that diet she's on, there's not a whole lot of stuff she can put butter on. The taco bake, oh dude, you got to try it. Now I was talking to Nomad tonight, and he gave me a recipe, or an idea for a recipe. You know I'm going to change it up. But he calls it a Mexican lasagna. So me and Grandma's already been talking. We like the idea of it. And I might try that Sunday. I ain't going to get home till late tomorrow. So I think she's going to make one of her mama's meatloaves, which me and her make totally different meatloaves. So, and I'd planned on making a meatloaf tomorrow. And she's like, I don't know how you make yours. I said, then don't make mine, make yours. However you like making them, make your meatloaf. When I have a chance and I'm making meatloaf, I'll make it my way. Seems fair to me. So I think she's making meatloaf tomorrow. Then Sunday I was going to make a chili. I got that bison meat I had bought. I was going to make a chili out of it. I like chili. And it is getting to be fall. But then Nomad gave me that other idea. So I'm thinking about, instead of making that bison chili, I'm going to make a bison Mexican lasagna. So that'd be interesting. What you got, Cal? Well, that's cool, Nathan. Short runs are good. Oh, my. Did the evasives sneak in on me? I don't see him. That's one thing about this. Every once in a while, it doesn't show me who pops in and says something. Patrick, what's up? Hans, what's going on? Oh yeah, I'm full. I didn't have that big of a bowl of them. That's one of the things I've been doing, is cutting back on how much I eat. Venom, what's up? That's what me and Grandma was talking about. Is, you know, there towards the end we had 4 teenagers at home. And even after they had left, it wasn't uncommon to have kids at the house for dinner. So I'm just so used to cooking a larger meal, and we're trying to cut back on the size that we cook. So I'm gonna, like I did that taco bake, I did it in a little 8x8 pan, not the big regular size one. So I was talking to Grandma today, and she's helped me cut back on some stuff. That gum, Venom, how come you up so long? You done past the 24-hour mark. That ain't good for you. It is hard to cook for 2. The only thing harder than that is cooking for 1, which is why we try to cook up some meals and leave something for Grandma. So we cook up one big enough for us to have that meal, and then me to be able to bring something on the truck and her to have something at the house. I've been buying her those Adkin meals. She buys them too. And Ray said, what's up, buddy? Well, you make sure to watch that taco bake. Nomad, what's up? Of course it didn't ring. You was playing a game or on the phone. No, I'm picking that part AC up. videos on the road tonight. How many of your classmates enjoyed my channel, Kel? Domino. Y'all gonna have to listen to Truck Idol a little bit. It's getting hot in here. Gonna turn that back on for a minute. Let it help cool it off. A fishing video. Well, I'm over here in Nacogdoches, Texas, and it is 72 degrees. I've been in and out of the rain all dadgum day. Let me turn that one off now. But last, I don't know, 100 miles or so, it's pretty much dried up. Today was the last day of the second week. So what, you got 2 more weeks or 4 more weeks? Stone's been running over in that area. I ain't exactly sure where he's at. I tried calling him earlier. He's running that FEMA stuff. Alright, 2 more weeks. Did they give you a clue what you're doing next week? Alright, Venom. Enjoy that sleep. I know you'll be sleeping hard. Oh, I wasn't at the house last night. That was the night before. And I enjoyed it. Alright, I cooled it off in here a little bit. I'm gonna go turn that AC on in the back. Y'all entertain yourselves for a minute. I'll catch up when I get back. I gotta go to the other end of the house. Luckily, it's a small apartment. Oh, anything exciting happened while I was gone? Trip planning is very important. Main thing you gotta remember about trip planning is they constantly change. Upper 30s. Where you at, Nathan? That's a fact, Patrick. That's a fact. Good old reefer unit. That's what he had over there. I don't miss reefers at all. They're nothing but a big insurance scam. Oh, okay. Southern Minnesota. Yeah, I bet it is getting cold. It ain't been all bad. Started out a little bit rough. Something for you new drivers to learn. They gave me an address where I was going to this morning. 911 East Pine Street. And I had it punched in. I do not, I'm trying to plug my phone in, don't mind me. There we go. I don't check the bills very often because too many of our broker loads don't go to the address on the bills anyway. So I just punched in what dispatch had gave me. 911 was a school. One side of the street was a school, the other side was a church. So I go ahead and drive past it a little bit, which ain't uncommon for that GPS to miss it by a block. Nope. Numbers were getting bigger quick. So I called dispatch and I had him looking it up on the the Google stuff, MapQuest, whatever he uses, I don't know, which only updates every 15 minutes. So while we're talking and he's trying to help me find it, the address was 9111. He forgot one of the ones on there. That makes a big difference. So I did find them, but it cost me about a half hour. But there is a lesson in that to be had. Well, thank you, No Bad. I appreciate it. Support for the channel is always appreciated. They now only have a $295 bill to pay. Actually, I think it's $310, so that's $305 left to pay. Oh. Cal, good night, man. Yeah, I'll be going to bed early myself. Not because I necessarily got to get up early, just because I'm tired. Been a rough week. I understand. You need to run over that old phone. Ray, what's going on, brother? Big Kev. Just backed into a dock. What up, 37777? Oh, I don't know. Today I ran 10 hours. Oh. Which, same back to you, Ray. And God does bless me. Boy, that's the truth, Patrick. What Patrick's saying is to let all you new drivers know that when you open them back doors, try not to stand literally right in front of it and be ready to move quick. Twice that I can remember, I have had stuff fall out the back. And some of it can hurt you. And while we're on it, I seen where somebody made a comment on my hours of service running on recap or whatever it was. Now, folks, if you make comments, you know I'm going to comment back more than likely. And if you don't totally explain yourself, I'm going to help you explain yourself. And he had made a comment that you can run on recaps for 2.5 to 3 weeks out here without doing a restart. And that is true. It's very true. However, in order to do that, you're only going to be working approximately 8 to 9 hours a day. You do the math. You have 70 hours that you can burn up in 8 days. That gives you less than 10 hours a day. So if you're going over 8.5 hours a day, you're going to run out of hours, period. Myself, I like to max my stuff out. Even when I was OTR, I cannot run just 8 hours a day to keep my clock going on the recap. I can't do it. I am going to run as many miles as I can. The only time I've been known to cut my days short is if I have a 3-day weekend and it's 1,500 miles or something. Then I'll run out 500 miles a day. Or if it's possible, I'll do the math. This is part of your trip planning, Cal, that you're not in here for. I might run extra miles and try to get somebody somewhere and get a restart. I cannot run that 8 to 9 hours a day every day. If I want a 9 to 5 job, I'm going to keep my butt at the house. That's me. So I did rebuttal his comment nice and polite, and I said it depends upon how many hours you're running every day. So, you do your own math. Well, that's cool. Now, Will Trans, they the one that got some trucks over there with Prime? Well, thank you, Ray. I take all the prayers I can get. I understand, Nathan. Well, that's how I am, though, Matt. I hate running on recaps, too. Especially since we went to the electronic nonsense. When we was on paper, I didn't mind. But recaps on this ELD is a pain in the butt. Well, it depends on if you recap 10 hours on the 70. Whatever you ran 8 days ago is what you pick up. If you ran 4 hours that day, you get 4 hours back on your 9th day. If you ran 11 hours and you had an hour off duty, or on duty not driving, you'd get 12 back. It fluctuates according to what you did 8 days ago, your 9th day backwards. So, and my tablet does not show me a good recap. So, now since I've been regional and getting home every weekend, it don't matter. Right now I've only burned up 46 hours. by the time I get home, I'll burn up over 50. And I'm normally anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week on what I run. But now it's going to be a short weekend at the house. Oh, I'm going to get my recap, but not by a whole hell of a lot. If it's, I hope that's his truck and not mine. Yep, it was. I lost track of where it was. Oh, I've got an 11:30 appointment in the morning at Sam's Club. They're known to be like Walmart, 4 hours. So say I get out there at 4, it's another hour to the house. I probably won't get home till 4 or 5 o'clock. Could be later, could be earlier. You never know with Walmart and Sam's Club. So, ain't no such thing as a stupid question, Evasive, especially when you're trying to get into the trucking industry. A recap is you are allowed to run 70 hours in 8 days. And on the 9th day, you're recovering hours from before. So it's just a matter of the government keeping track of how many hours you work is all it is. And that's something you will learn when you go to school and stuff. They'll teach you about your 34-hour reset and about a recap. And to me, the 34-hour restart, that's okay. I think it's unneeded, but at least you recap means that you get to get it. If you take 34 hours off straight, then you get at the end of hour 34, 34:01, all of a sudden you have 70 new hours just appear. Now that gives you 1 day off and 1 10-hour shift off. That's the government's thinking. And if you want to, either one of you, go back my trucking videos and I explain to you about hours of service and about recaps and all that stuff. Now it'd be the 8th day, not the 7th day. You have 70 hours to use up in 8 days. So if you get to day 7 and you've done burned 68 hours, you only got 2 hours for day 8. At midnight, ending of the 8th day, you will regain what you had the previous end of it. Sonny, what's up? I'm doing pretty good, buddy. Yeah, it's amazing how that shiny new 7 just shows up, huh? And I was trying to run over the road out here with them with this electronic log, and I got too many 34-hour restarts on the West Coast. I wasn't liking that at all. That's why I told them, I've had enough of this. I'm going to go find me a company where I can get home every weekend. And these people said, wait a minute, we might be that company. Let's see what we can do. And they created this spot for me to keep me with them. I'm fine with that. Sometimes it's an inconvenience to both of us. This weekend being one of them, because they did not have one of our normal loads out of the yard. So they got a broker load to get me home. So they're keeping up their end. They're getting me home. It just so happens I'm going to have work Saturday to get home. Y'all know that don't happen very often, but it does happen. That's trucking, and I'm not going to get mad at them about losing most of my Saturday this weekend. They was trying to get me home. This was the best they could do, so be it. I think they've got a couple other they've done basically the same thing for. They don't like having regional drivers. They'd rather everybody be OTR. But most of their drivers are out of our yard area. So like 90% of them live right there by the yard. So they run out and they come home, and they'll run West Coast and come back, and they'll get a 34 at their house. So then they take off again. Us that don't live there by the yard, we got tired of taking our 34s out on the road. Michael, he lives down here by me. He bought half my property, and he's constantly taking them on the road because he don't want to come home. But that's him. He's a single man. So like I've said before, it's a matter of finding a niche that's for you. No, that ain't true. You're going to run out of hours. It's just, and part of that, the biggest lion's share of that is your dispatch. Ask Nomad. Nomad's been out here 2 years. When dispatch puts you on a load, they've already set up pickup times, delivery times, and all that. So if they've got you planned out, like he's going to be going on the board waiting on a load tomorrow, he has no control over how many miles he's going to have to run. They're going to give him that load, and he's going to have to do some trip planning, and he'll figure out how many hours he has to get it there. And you just have to run it accordingly. The truck driver has too many perimeters, too many limits that are out of his control for anybody to say it was poor hour management. Now, you can have poor hour management, that is true. But they can also have some poor loading or dispatching skills as well that can affect you. And like I said, the only way to not run out of hours is if you're only running about 8 hours a day. I can't do that. I won't do that. So, well, trucking's all about this truck. This truck has to make so many dollars a week, or else the company's losing money. So they're lenient to a degree, but by the same token, they can make a quick, hard stand too. It just so happens that I know trucking, and I told them, if my truck ain't making this many miles and I'm making this many dollars a week, I'm not going to be any happier than y'all are. And with us, I need to make close enough to the same fine line there that they need to make for the truck to be profitable. So it works out good. But now I've had to hustle. When you're doing this regional and trying to get in X amount of dollars a week, Sometimes you gotta hustle. Yeah, actually most of the time you do, but yeah, that happens all the time. That's a fact, Nomad. No, I didn't say all that evasive. That's going to depend upon the homework you do and who you find a job with. And I'm not just out of school. No, I happen to be an old school trucker, and the company didn't want to lose me because I know the game. I know how to work the system. That ain't bragging on myself, that's just a fact. After 25 years out here, if I don't know how to work the system, then I'm not a very good truck driver. So that all depends upon who you're talking to and what they say you can do. Now there are some of the big companies that would probably start you out regional or local. J.B. Hunt, Swift, those kind of companies, Schneider. I assume, because I know they have a lot of local and regional trucks, that you could get on with them and do their local regional stuff. But once again, you got to make the phone calls and do your homework to find out. And then you have to hope they're telling the truth. Well, cool. I'm fixing to get off here, folks, and go to bed. Been a long, hard week. I actually had to set the alarm last night. I hate that. I don't sleep good with an alarm. So I'm really tired tonight. But I am glad y'all came in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please go over to the Facebook, check it out. Go become a member of the Patreon page. Go buy t-shirts and cups, help support the channel. There's a link for PayPal if you just want to send some money. I never turn down help with paying my phone bill. This all comes off my phone bill. So, with that, I am going to tell y'all good night. Yep, no Carlos again. Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. Y'all be safe out there. Good night.